Well, good morning. It's not quite 10 o'clock, but I just want to pop on. And if I have any early birds with me, if you could pop in and say hi, that would be fun. It is 10 o'clock. It is 10 o'clock right now on Friday. Can you even believe this is October 14th? And it's a rainy day here. It's going to be rainy for a couple of days, I guess. But anyway, let's get started. I'm very excited to show you my projects today. Let's pull this over. These are the two cards that I'm going to show you how to do. And I have a special treat for you, too. Okay, so first, this is a card. This is it's a fall card. It can be for Halloween. It could be for Thanksgiving. It could be a fall birthday card. How cute is this? This is using the Rustic Harvest DSP, which I absolutely love. I think it's rich, it's luscious, it's so timely. I really think it's beautiful. And then I also added some of this really soft, this really, really nice natural linen thread, which is so easy to use. It folds and it makes nice bows and you can fray it. And it just adds a little bit of something to your card. So that's that one. And then this one. This is the stamp set I use is called Trees for the. Hey Terry. Oh, good morning. I was going to contact you, Terry. Your Stampin' Mist is here. Yay. And good morning, Carol. Thank you for popping on. So this is the second card that I'm going to show you how to make, which is really simple, elegant. I think it's beautiful. And plus, I've got a really cute little favor to show you. Wait till you see. I'll show you at the end. So let's get started with the Halloween one. Halloween, Thanksgiving, birthday, fall, whatever. All right, so let me bring all the stuff in that I need. Let me put this over here. And of course, my base is going to be a piece of very vanilla. And you know the routine, blah, blah, blah. It's already been cut. It's already been scored. And I'm going to fold it and use my bone fold. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Barbara McDuffie. Thank you for popping on. It's nice to have you. 3 of the Thanksgiving cards. Okay, just you'll have to remind me later. But yes, indeed. In fact, I will make those for you. And then I need to get my adhesive. And, oh, you know what? Hold on. See, I had class last night. And I was using my silicone pad this morning. I was just finishing up some of the cards that we were making last night. That's what I do. I finish up the little setups. Okay, so anyway, so the first thing I did was I took a piece of this beautiful Mossy Meadow cardstock, and then I took 2 pieces of the Rustic Harvest designer paper. They're both cut to 5 inches by 2.5 inches, and I'm just going to adhere them to the cardstock. Like this. A little bit of adhesive. Here we go. And I'm going to put this on here. I love these colors. I love them. And I have to say, it is officially fall at my house. Yes, our pool was closed yesterday. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'll have to figure out how many days now until it opens, as well as I have to figure out how many days till the Red Sox stop playing again. Anyway, so here it is. We put this on equidistant, just like that. Isn't that pretty? I'm just always amazed at the artists who can draw these designs for our designer paper. They're just gorgeous. Okay, so the next thing I did was I took a piece of this absolutely gorgeous natural linen thread, as I showed you before. It's very, very pliable, easy to make. Hey, Paula, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's so easy to make bows. It's just really, really pretty. You can also fray it if you wanted to. You could fray this, cut this end off, and have a frayed end. You could actually do some fraying on the sides if you want. It's just beautiful. So anyway, I took a piece of that, and now what I'm going to do is add some adhesive to the back on the sides here, just like this. And then I'm going to bring this piece in. This is probably a little bit over 5 inches. And I'm going to just fold this down so that it tacks to the glue on the other side. And then I'm going to come to the front and just make sure that it's nice and even, which it is. That looks pretty good to me. Now I shall add some adhesive all around here, like we always do. Plenty of adhesive just to make sure this thing sticks. I have plenty of my snail left from when snail was going out of style, but I have plenty of it. And here is my base. So I'm going to bring my base back in, and I'm going to put this on equidistant, north, south, east, west, just like that. pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some fun stamping and coloring. I'm going to take the pumpkin. Where is my pumpkin? What do I do with my pumpkin? Here's my pumpkin. Oops, let's see. Where did oh, here it is, right here. Okay, so my pumpkin is from the Hello Harvest stamp set, which is really pretty. Look at that. I think this is really pretty. Hello Harvest. It says hello. It says you are such a blessing. I can't read this. Wishing you the loveliest day. It's got a little bit of flourish on it here, some leaves, a little beautiful sunflower. You are missed. So anyway, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the hat. I'm going to use soft suede ink, and I'm going to take a piece of paper. And because this is a red rubber stamp, I don't need to use my pierce pad. And I'm just going to ink that up, stamp it. Lovely. Perfect. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Merry Merlot, and I'm going to take probably pumpkin pie, the dark pumpkin pie in my alcohol-based marker, and the Merry Merlot in the water-based marker. And the only reason I do that is because we don't have this in a water-based, in an alcohol marker. And the reason I'm doing that is because you can see the corresponding colors in this. There's Merry Merlot right here. So I wanted to bring that into the pumpkin as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start doing this. And it doesn't have to be fancy schmancy. You can do it however you want. Because I'm going to take that pumpkin, and the pumpkin pie is going to blend that in. Don't you love to color? I say this every single week. And I have fond thoughts of Mrs. McGovern being in kindergarten at Plummer's School in Whitensville, loving kindergarten so much. So that's that. Now let's add a little bit more here. I know you think it looks messy, but it won't. It'll look fine in a minute. Now I'm going to take my pumpkin, and I'm just going to start coloring right on top of it. And the two will blend together nicely. There we go. See, it just gives it a little different shade, which I like. After all, pumpkins are not all the same color. Well, maybe they are. Some of them are. But this one isn't, because we're in the art studio and we can do whatever we want. There's that. I actually love the smell of these markers too. I love the smell of the markers, and I love the smell of the Stampin' Mist. Terry, I told you I've got your Stampin' Mist here. So there's that. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to turn this over here. So you can add different mediums using a water-based and an alcohol-based marker to use your color to do your coloring. Then of course I have to do the stump here, so I'm just going to add a little bit of this, and I'm going to add a little bit of this. These are the Neutral Brands markers, and these are all by different numbers. I don't know why they did that, but they did. It's okay. So there's that. I have music in the background because I like music. Okay, so there's that. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my handy dandy little cutter, and I'm going to take the corresponding pumpkin, which is so cute. Let me get this in view of you so you can see what I'm doing. And this actually is part of the bundle. If you get the Hello Harvest bundle, you get the dies as well. And I'm just going to put that on like that. And I'm going to take my little top, pull this back just a schmidjola. There we go. And run it through. And magically, here it is. Woohoo! You get this out of the way. And there is my pumpkin. So I'm going to put this over here so I don't lose it, because you know how I can lose things so easily. So there's my pumpkin. I'll move this out of the way. And now I'm going to take a piece of the what's this now? I'm just drawing a blank. And the basic, this is vanilla cardstock, and I ran it through the Leaf Fall embossing folder. Hey, Renee, thanks for popping on. Okay, Terry, thanks, and have a great time at Miraval. That's going to be an awesome trip for the two of you. Okay, so anyway, here is this, and here is this, and I'm going to add some adhesive to this, and I'm going to put it on the Mellow Moss cardstock, just like that, with that little bit of it showing around there. And then I am going to take my dimensionals and I am going to pop my pumpkin on. My dimensionals right here. And I'm probably going to use a goodly amount because you want it to pop up. Now, if you notice on my sample, I have a little story to tell you. The sample card, here's a sample card. Hey, Gail, good morning. I used Crystal Effects because, guess what? This is the first time this has ever happened. I ran out of Winkies. Completely ran out of Wink of Stellas. I thought I had 5 more tucked away in my drawer, and I had none. I was horrified. I mean, how could that possibly be? Losing Wink of Stellas. Anyway, it happened. So they came yesterday in the mail, so that's all good. So anyway, here is this. That's popped on. Now I'm going to take my Winky, and I am going to wink my pumpkin. You certainly could use, if you wanted to use Wink of Stella or Shimmery Crystal Effects, whichever you have. I know we don't sell it anymore, but you can get it at other craft stores. But there we go. There's that. And when you need to get a little bit more of your Winky, you press where it says push. Do you know why it tells you to push there? Because that where the word push is on each side, that's the thinnest part of this plastic chamber. Isn't that crazy? But see, they think of everything to make it easy for us. Okay, so that's done like that. Now I am going to put this on the base of my card, and I am going to put this on with adhesive. Let's see, I probably should have done that before I put this. And I'm going to make sure I've got enough adhesive on because it's going to be going over the ribbon. So you want to make sure that it's going to fit nicely and secure itself very nicely. So I'll bring this over like this. And sorry, I sneezed. There we go, just like that. And press that down. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's crooked by a nanosecond. Let me see if I can very quickly pop this off and just bring it down just a little bit. Come on, baby, come on. There we go. There we go. Just a little tiny schmidjola. I'm going to hold it up in front of me so I can see it better. Oh, that's much better. Oh, it's that 1/164th of an inch that would drive me crazy. Crazy. All right, now I'm going to take that little scrap of vanilla that I had and my soft suede, bring my soft suede back, and I'm going to take the word grateful, and I'm going to stamp it in the lower right section. Oh, I forgot to use my pierce pad. Oh, wait a minute. We have to have my pierce pad here. I have to use it because it comes out much better. So I'm going to just turn this over. Here we go. All right. Now, I know my head's in the way, but there we go. Oh, much better. Now, I'm going to take my little snipperinis and I'm going to cut this out. You could do it on your little cutter if you wanted, but this is such a little word that you could probably just do it very quickly like this, which is what I'm doing. And I have to show you another thing that I did, which was so silly. So on this one, on the sample, what I did was I stamped the word grateful in the soft suede, and then I backed it on soft suede, which is totally fine. However, I'm going to back it on the Mellow Moss because that's what I wanted to use in the first place, and I have no idea why I did it on soft suede. You can do it whatever color you want. Of course, there's plenty of that soft suede in that color palette, so no problem. So I'm just going to put it on here like this, and then I'm going to trim this out, and this gets popped on, and I'm going to show you again. I'm going to use half with snail because I'm going to bring my card back in. I want it to rest on the pumpkin, and it also wants to be as high as the pumpkin, and the pumpkin is on with dimensionals. So this part right here is going to get a little bit of adhesive. I'll put a little snail on this end where the grateful end is, and then I'm going to take a dimensional and put it on the other end like that, and then I'm going to pop it on just like this. There we go. How cute is that? Isn't that cute? And you can see the wink of Stella on the camera there, like that. Now for the inside, what I'm just going to do is take the pumpkin back and stamp just a little bit of the pumpkin, because this is a card that I'm going to do some writing on. You could put another message in if you wanted, but I just want that much of the pumpkin, and I'm going to do the same thing with the envelope. A little bit more, like that. So there you have it. There is the first card. Let me move this out of the way, get this out of the way so you can see. I'll bring this in. There we go. Here is the one that I just did, and here is the one that I sent you. It's exactly the same with the exception of Grateful being on Soft Suede there and Grateful being on Mellow Moss here. So there, what do you think? Different effect with the Crystal Effect and Winky. Okay, all right, so there is that one. So let me move this over. Now let's get to do this one. How cute is this? Oh my God, I love this card. All right, so let me bring all of the stuff for this over, and I can show you. Can you hear my music in the background? I've got soft rock playing. I love it. Anyway, so the base of my card is Evening Evergreen. Look at how rich this is. This is an absolutely stunning color. Beautiful fall color, Christmas color, whatever you want. It's beautiful. I love it. So this is my base, and here is my base already cut, scored, and now nicely, crisply folded. I'll put that aside. Then the next thing I did was I took the Christmas tree embossing folder and took a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of basic white cardstock and ran it through. So now I'm going to put it onto the base of this. Look at this. And this is, see, I don't waste anything. This had a butterfly stamped on the other side, but only you and I know that there's a butterfly on the other side of this Christmas card. Nobody is going to know. I don't waste anything. I'm pretty cheap. No, I'm not cheap. I'm frugal. I just try to get the most for the bang for my buck here. So let me get another adhesive, since I'm out of adhesive. I'm sure all my friends are like that. That's how we learn to save money and be resourceful. And I'm resourceful with some things. Some things. My sister will tell you, she could tell you stories of me not being resourceful, but okay, so there is that. And now I'm going to bring this on. This is so pretty. I just love these. They're kind of whimsical, but they're beautiful too. Look at how pretty that is. It gives a nice background, I think. Okay, so there's that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a smaller piece of basic white cardstock, and I'm going to bring in Pear Pizzazz and, Pear Pizzazz and Evening Evergreen. So the first thing I'm going to stamp is I'm going to stamp Pear Pizzazz on the white like this. And I'm going to take this and this, because these are photopolymers, so I want to make sure I get a lovely impression. I get full ink disclosure. Okay, so here is the first one. This is the largest one. I'm going to do the largest one over to the left like this. Then I'm going to take the medium size one. And can you see this? There we go, that's better. And now I'm going to stamp this one on the right hand side like that. And then I'm going to take the little teensy one, the baby tree, and ink that up, and I'm going to put that one in the middle, just like this. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to close up this ink because, again, you know how I am. I'm going to take Evening Evergreen, pop this open, which is such a beautiful color, and I love these colors together. I think they're absolutely stunning. All right, so there is this one, And whoops, I had that upside down. That wouldn't have been very good. All right, here's the large tree. Now this is the one that has the definition in it. And I want the definition to be in the darker color because it'll look nice. And I'm going to come right over this one just like that. Look at that. How pretty is that? Now I'm going to take the next one and stamp that. Got too much ink on that. Did you see that? You're never supposed to get ink. See, I'll show you how bad I was. Look at that. Look at all that ink up there. I pressed too hard in my ink pad. Silly. Okay, now here's this one. Let's see if we can do this better. Perfect. Okay, now what I'm going to do is get this off my finger. Oh, I got some ink on my finger here. All right, now I'm going to take a piece of our gold glimmer paper. And I cut the gold glimmer paper so that there is 1/8 of an inch all the way around this. Okay. So now I'm going to adhere it. Now, because this is gold glimmer paper, what you need to do is use tear tape. You could probably use Tombow, but I'm going to use tear tape because I think tear tape works just as well. It's a little bit easier to use, and you just have to put it on all the way around. You want to make sure that that sinks right into that gold glimmer and secures it nicely. So there is that, and now I'm just going to use my fingernail and take this off. If you have manicured fingernails, you probably want to use take your pick tool because manicured fingernails have a little bit of thickness to them, and sometimes you don't have the ability to peel that little piece of top paper off the tear tape. So that's just a little hint. Everybody knows that, so you know that. Of course, I'm saying this, and now I'm having trouble getting this. Come on! What's the story here? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Here we go. There. Okay, now I'm going to put this on. Here we go, like this. Now, whoops, nope, a little bit higher. I like to really make sure that I can get it. There we go, like that. Okay, perfect. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it onto the base like this. But I also can use, because this is a paperback, I can also use my regular adhesive because it doesn't have that impervious paper. One of the nice things, one of the many nice things that Stampin' Up! Does is they listen to customers and they listen to demonstrators when there's an issue. I don't know if you remember, but our glimmer paper used to have a very shiny background to it, and it used to be very difficult to work with. And so when we said, you know, we need some help with this, folks, well, they took that impervious layer off, and now it's paper, and it works so much easier. All right, so there's that. That's going on just like that. How is that? Now I'm going to take, I have to do a little bit of extra, so I'm going to take these adhesive back pearls, and I'm going to take one gold one, and I'm just going to put one gold one on the center tree like that. Just one. You don't need a lot, just one like that. Then, hold on one second. I'm going to sneeze again, I think. Hold on. That was a little one. Anybody else have sneezy, runny noses this time of year? It's the craziest thing. All right, so now the inside of my card, let me show you what I did on the inside. On the inside, I embossed it with gold. Isn't that pretty? It says Season's Greetings. So when I make these myself for my Christmas cards, I will be making more of these. I will use my Stamparatus. But for right now, I'm just going to take the word, and I'm going to bring all this over my embossing stuff. And I'm just going to do it without the Stamparatus. I'm going to eyeball it. You know what? I'm pretty good at eyeballing most of the time. All right, a little bit of rosin for the non-static issue. We don't want any static. I'm going to take my Versamark, and I'm going to take my stamp. Don't panic that there's red on here. Red, for some reason, does stain your stamps. Even when you wash them, it doesn't completely come off, but it doesn't leave any ink residue. All right, so now I'm going to take Christmas Greetings, and I'm going to take this and put this on like this, and I'm going to see if I can get this even. Looks good to me. I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to take my gold. Morning, Ree. Good morning. Thanks for popping on. I'm going to take my gold embossing powder. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to take my heat tool. So I'm going to be in heat setting motion here. I'm glad you love that, Terry. Easy, easy, and pretty. Like I said, if I was doing 50 of these or even 10 of them, I'd use my Stamparatus. But this is just a real quick card this morning. And I haven't used my heat tool this morning, so it takes a minute to heat it up. But now it's starting. All right, let me show you here. Can you see? I love to watch it go from that matte status to shiny, shiny, shiny. Let's see, I think it's almost done. Okay, and the important thing is to make sure, you want to look to make sure that that is completely done, and it is. So that's perfect. So there's that. Let me move my powder out of the way, because gosh knows, that could be a disaster. Did I ever tell you about one of the first times that I did embossing? I had the embossing, I had it just exactly like this. And I took my heat tool and I started to emboss, and all of a sudden all this powder just flew up all over the place. Oh, it was a mess. So you learn what not to do, how very quickly on in our business here, and how to take care of your project area. Okay, so now of course what I have to do is I have to decorate my envelope. So I'm going to take this tree, the medium-sized tree, and put that like this. And then I'm going to take my envelope. I'm going to do the same thing on my envelope like that. Then I'm going to take my Evening Evergreen ink and pop this one on. Oops, that's the wrong one. Where is it? This one. Here we, whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. Okay. Ta-da. And ta-da. Done. Now we'll add a little bit of adhesive to Hither and Yon. Let me close this up because inky fingers, you know how that goes. All right. Hi, Jean. Thank you for popping on this morning. I'm so glad you're here. Wait till you see the next thing I'm going to show you. Oh my gosh. There aren't enough hours in the day. There just simply aren't. All right, so here, this is going to go on the inside of that card, like this. Whoa. Oh, is this the right? Oh, you know what? This is not the right size. Okay, this needs to be cut 1/4 of an inch. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do it right now because I've got the adhesive on here. So I will cut this later. I thought this was the right size. It's not. But anyway, this can be salvaged, not a problem. I'll just cut 1/4 of an inch off and then I'll pop it in. And it will look exactly like this one here. Here's the original. Okay, so there you go. So here are the cards that we're going to be making for next week. Next Monday and Tuesday night class. Monday evening anytime after 4, and Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. These are the cards that we're going to make. So if you're interested, let me know. I'd love to have you. I'll also do long distance packages if you so desire. Okay, so now I have to show you this. This is the stinkingest, cutest thing. I told you about it 2 weeks ago, and I had to wait until I got the different dies to use for this. This is a project that Sherry Bishop, Sherry Everett Bishop has made, and she shares it with everybody. This is so stinking cute. Okay, enough with it. I have to show you what it is. I have to show you what it is. Look at this little favor. Isn't this the cutest? Look at that. This is the bat gnome. It's so cute. Look, it's got the gnome has bat wings. It's got a cute little hat, and on the top I put a spider. This spider actually came from, can I make Christmas tree card when I come back? Of course you can, Terry, of course you can. So look, I put the little spider on top. Look at how cute. And it's tied together. This will hold a couple of Hershey's chocolates, Reese's Pieces cups, Hershey's Kisses. It can hold a gift card. No, I don't know if it can hold a gift card. It might be able to hold a gift card. It certainly could hold money. It could hold a little coupon, but how cute is that? And so, thank you, Jean. It is so cute. So these are favors that we're going to make in a couple of weeks. I'm going to actually do a class because not only am I doing this little guy. What happened? I don't know what happened. Did something happen? Ree, what happened? I don't know what happened. Anyway, I'm going to make this little guy, and then I'm going to make one for Thanksgiving. Wait till you see. It's a little turkey. Too darn cute. I can't stand it. And then I've got one for Christmas. I've got one for Valentine's Day, for Easter. They're stinking cute. So anyway, this is what I wanted to show you. And now I just wanted to also remind everybody about my tags class, my Christmas gifting kit, which is a kit that Stampin' Up! Has offered. It's completely inclusive. It's not a paper pumpkin kit. Please don't get them confused. Paper pumpkin is a monthly subscription, and you never know what you're getting. In this kit, you know exactly what you're getting. But I'm having a class on Saturday, November 5th. You're going to make the 9 tags that are in there, and not only do you get all of the supplies that you need to make the 9 tags, but you get the twine, you get all your adhesives, you get an acrylic block, you get a stamping spot, and you get a new stamp set. You're getting that, plus we're going to be doing 8 more tags, and those tags are in process. I was going to show you those this morning, but I've only got 2 done, and I wanted to show all 4 of them. So anyway, it's going to be a fun class. The class fee is $40. So if you're interested, please let me know. You're going to get your own kit, you're going to get plenty of supplies, and it'll be a lot of fun. So that is Saturday, November 5th at 9 o'clock here in my house in Franklin. So, all right, my friends. So for next week, you've got the 2 cards that we're going to make. This one and this one. Here they are. This and this, that one, and then this one. Whoops, there we go. And this one. All right, let me know if you're coming. Ree, I have no idea what happened. I can't see anymore on my feed here what your comment is. All right, my friends, I hope you had fun today. Thank you so very much for popping on. It really means a lot to me. I love your support. Thank you so much, and hopefully I will see you all at some point in time. Have a great